everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. With these two defenses on the field, this game might not fit the modern definition of flashy, unless your definition of flashy is some guy flying in to light somebody up. Hits will be delivered often, and they will be delivered with authority in this game. Which offense can manage that best might determine who comes out on top. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming up next with Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I will see you at halftime.
From Miami, Florida, and South Beach is going to have to wait until tomorrow because we have a great football game for you today. Before we head down to the field for the coin toss, we'd like to remind you this game is brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
The
Miami has lined up for the kickoff, and we're ready to get this one underway. Fielded at the 4. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field. Caught with room to work, and they make the stop to 39-yard line.
Howard makes the tackle at the 39-yard line. That'll make it 2nd and inches.
So it's 2nd down, and they're only about a foot away from picking up the first down.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
And down he goes at about the 37-yard line.
That is exactly the type of play that good linebackers make on a regular basis. And if you can make enough of them in college, you're probably going to get a chance to play at the next level.
Got some open field. Gets out to around the 48.
You talk about a dual-threat guy. This guy can hurt you in the air or on the ground.
From the 48-yard line. First down. They keep it on the ground with a tailback. Defense has it. It's one of the corners. He's at the 30 to the 10. And he will score.
It always makes you nervous anytime a defender tries to pick up a fumble and run with it instead of just falling on it. Man, did it work out for him here for a big-time play in the score.
So the question here is whether or not his knee hit the ground before the ball came out. And the booth is going to take a few looks at this to see whether or not the ball came out before he was down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the booth and the referee agree. The runner's knee was down.
That was still a close call, though, Brad. Even though he was down, this guy has to do a better job of holding that football.
Tackle at the 44-yard line.
Gain of 1 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
3rd down now, and they need to get it down to the 38. Quick throw He gets hit out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
I like how the offense is using the pass to get him involved. He's explosive, and you just want to get the ball in his hands.
Robinson gets the call. He fights forward to about the 36.
No gain on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
From the 36-yard line, it's 2nd down. Caught and a big hit. He stopped in his tracks.
Burns on the tackle at the 32-yard line. That makes it 3rd and 7.
Gets it out to the tight end, and he can't hang on.
Trujillo was the intended receiver on the play.
It's 4th down. They're going to try a long field goal here. The Wildcats wideout out with an apparent injury, although he might make a comeback before this game's over. Kicks away, and he nails the long field goal. They line up to kick this one away.
Back to return.
Scott from the 5. He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
You talk about our meetings this week with the defensive coordinators, Kirk, and this is what they were hoping for, that they can control the line of scrimmage.
These players must have been listening pretty intently because that's exactly what we've seen. These defenses have come out, they've controlled things early, trying to just set the tone. It's really going to be up to both of these offenses to try to make some adjustments and try to be able to come after them in some way.
And he got it! He's taken down right around the 30.
That's good for a gain of 36 yards.
So the big gain resulting from the pass play leaves us with a 1st and 10. Tackle made at the 20.
That'll make it 2nd and inches.
Two times. Four down. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Here we go. Wide 80. Wide hot 80.
And he's tackled right around the 18-yard line. And they keep it on the ground for the 1st down.
Nothing too fancy here. The key is that the running back was able to convert the 1st down.
1st and 10. Ball on the 18.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Up the middle for a nice gain.
That's the tackle. Gain of 4 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 6.
Double tight. Four down. Take four.
Green 88. Green 88.
Under heavy pressure. He's got it with room to run. They'll bring him down at about the 9-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
So it's 3rd down, and they've got about 2 yards to go.
Here we go. Tight right. Four down.
Set.
Take four,
Red
take
68. Red 68.
Got a man. He can't complete the play.
Number 46, the intended receiver on the play.
Tight right.
That'll make it 4th and 2.
Four down. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Nice run, and he's brought down.
This is the kind of steady, strong drive the coaches love to see. Right now, they're firing on all cylinders.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Set. Lighting.
Looking for 6, and he got it. Touchdown. And a nice Nice catch by the receiver for the touchdown.
Anytime you're near the red zone, you got to keep an eye for this guy. They love going to him down here.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. A nice 8-play, 65-yard drive, and they add 7 points to the scoreboard.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels most of the drive because of the versatility of the offense.
He makes it out to maybe the 20-yard line. The Hurricanes are smothering the opposition so far today. What's this offense got to do to get off the schneid?
Well, you talk to offensive coordinators about that, and they'll say we've got to find our go-to guy. Who are our players that we know we can count on, and what are the plays that we typically feel the most confident about? That's usually where the offenses tend to go when they're getting shut down like that.
The halfback with a carry. And they get nice yardage on that run.
Gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. And he's taken down at the 23. From their own 23-yard line. 3rd down. Throws complete. He's got space to work. Brought down around the 25-yard line. I'd say that went about as well as the defense hoped it would.
4th down.
Krause is waiting for the snap. Knocked out of bounds around the 46-yard line. The quarterback is on his way back onto the field, and he led a great drive last time out. Miami is up by 4. Passes to the back, incomplete.
There's one the quarterback would like to rewind because he has a wide open receiver and he just misfires.
2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 46.
Let's go! Red 68! Red 68!
Throws complete, and he stopped immediately.
Breaks the tackle. That's good for a gain of 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down.
Hey, number 8's coming. Number 8's Mike. Mike.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Makes the catch, and look out. He's tackled at the 40.
With the catch. That's good for a gain of 10 yards. That's good enough for another Miami.
From the 40-yard line, it's 1st down.
46 is right there. Check in, check in.
Mike 56.
Got the corner. He's at the 20, the 10, and he's tackled at the 4.
Great run by the back there. He could have gone all the way.
Makes it 1st and goal.
It's 1st down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Caught end zone for the touchdown. And he tacks on the extra point. A nice 5-play, 54-yard drive, and a touchdown as a result.
Brad, I love these kind of drives. They're old school, grind it out and earn the yards and just rip the heart right out of that defense.
The score now, 14-3. It's fielded at the 2, at the 30, and they push him out around the 37-yard line. It's not quite a blowout, but unless they do something here, it might turn into one.
52, Mike 52. 52's the Mike.
And they make the stop at around the 48-yard line. Everybody was fooled on that one.
Hey, that was a good job here by the quarterback. That could have play fake as a real weapon against an aggressive defense like this.
From the 48-yard line. First down.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
And he makes it out to about the 47-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 1 yard. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Man left, man left. Mike 52.
And he just gets rid of it. Third down now, and they need to get it down to the 38s. And he's level at the 30. And they pick up the first down with a pass to the tight end.
It's easy to forget about the tight end sometimes coming off the line, but you always have to watch this guy because he's certainly capable of making big plays.
From the 30-yard line. First down.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
And he throws it away. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield.
Loss of 1 on the play. That makes it 3rd and 11.
And here's another third down. Fires that quickly, incomplete.
Calling the intended receiver on the play. That brings up 4th and 11.
And we've reached the end of one. The Hurricanes in front by 11. And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2. And they can make this a one-possession game with this kick right here. The kick is up, and it's good. And he's got to be happy about that kick.
Oh, no question. This kid is just a solid kicker.
14-6, Miami. Kansas State gets set to kick this one away. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 20. Makes it to the 22-yard line.
Returns 22 yards.
There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams. In games like this, some players try to press too much, and that can cause mistakes. Miami up by 8. Just throws this one away. From their own 22-yard line. Second down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Here we go. Green 88. Hot.
He scrambled. And he's sacked.
Coaches don't like it when their quarterback gets hit like that. Don't be surprised to see the old coach get on his lineman to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Here we go. Tight right. 3 down.
Check, check.
Mike 56,
Eagle.
Mike 56.
Slings it out, and it gets tipped.
Coley was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 4th and long.
Vogel to punt. And he's tackled at the 45.
Every single time this offense has the ball, they're moving the football, but they're settling for field goals. And every time they settle for field goals, I've been watching the defense that they've been facing and watching how they run off the field to celebrate a job well done because they're not giving up touchdowns. That's a bad sign.
Gains his way to the 36-yard line.
Gain of 9 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 1.
It's 2nd down now. They're just a few feet away from that first down marker.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
And he throws right away. Oh, he had the pick and he dropped it.
Smart, heady play by that defender. That was solid, fundamental pass defense.
Try left. Going down. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the Mike.
And now he's got room to run. Good outside run there.
Gain of 5 on the play. First down.
From the 31-yard line, it's first down.
Going down. Watch 20, check 20. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
Fires quickly, and he's got his man. And down he goes at the 31.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Right, Roger. Going down. Watch 52.
Caught with room to work. He's at the 20, and he's shoved out of bounds around the 17-yard line.
Gain of 14 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 17.
New Mike 52, Mike 52.
Tackle at the 16. Waters only picks up about a yard there on the option.
One thing about this linebacker over the years that separates him from the rest are his instincts and ability to make the play. That's a nice tackle by the senior.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Finds his man, and they take him down immediately. They complete that play-action pass. Good for 7 yards.
That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
It's 3rd down, and they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks. He makes it to the 9. Picked up a yard of anything on that run. Slings it. He's taken down right around the 2-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 7 yards. That makes it 1st
This is
and
the
goal.
10th play of this drive.
Let's go deep. Watch 48.
Everybody bunched up tight defensively. Pitch left. Touchdown, K-State. And a halfback took it in for the score.
Yep, he punched that in from a short distance. He had great blocking up front on that play.
They'll go for 2 in this situation.
You're not ready. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
He's got it for 2. They line up to kick this one away. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 20. Tackle made at the 24-yard line.
Kickoff returns 24 yards.
This is the point in the game where you don't want to make any mistakes that give the other guys a reason to feel more confident going into halftime.
56, Mike 56. Easy.
Tackle made around the 27-yard line.
Number 8 was the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
2nd down and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 27-yard line.
4 down. Mike 56, Mike 56.
And he's tackled at the 40-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 13 yards.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
on the ground inside. Tackled for a loss. The halfback just couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd down and 11 yards to the sticks. Ball on their own 39.
4 down, 4 down. 46 is right there. Check in.
Ready. Green 88. Green 88.
Catches it, and he's looking for more. What a throw for a big gain.
That is a great example of the quarterback seeing the whole field and finding the guy who had the best chance of making a catch.
Tight end right. 4 down, 4 down. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Gains his way to the 43-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 43. He's scrambling, and they bring him down for a sack on the play.
Loss of 6 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 15.
From the 49-yard line, it's 2nd down.
56, Mike 56.
Let's go. Green 9. Hot.
Williams on play action. They'll bring him down at the 38.
I think it was a great play call, and it was very well executed. Any coach would be happy with that kind of outcome on a 1st or 2nd down play.
And this play is number 8 on the drive.
Come on, D.
Set. Green 9.
Stays in bounds and made a nice catch. From the 30-yard line. 1st down. The Hurricanes wide receiver down there on the sideline. Looks like he's warming up. Good to see that he might be able to get back in this game. Tackle after a decent run up the gut.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
And this is the 10th play of the drive. Fires it out. Brought down right around the 24-yard line.
Number 56 on the tackle at the 24-yard line. That makes it 3rd and 3.
This is the 11th play of this drive. Throws to the tailback, incomplete.
The pass is incomplete. Number 8, the intended receiver on the play.
They're going to try a long field goal here. Miami could take the lead with this field goal. It's up, and he got it.
Boy, he had plenty of distance there and pushed it through. Very impressive leg strength.
17-14, Miami. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Excellent kick. He's to the 20. Tackle at the 24. Kansas State's offense has struggled here in the 2nd quarter. Kirk, what do they need to do to get going on this next drive?
Well, Brad, I think they need to reestablish the rhythm that they had early in this game and just kind of go back to the basics of what that game plan was. Running the football, a passing game that you have confidence in, just trying to become a little bit more balanced, and then I think you'll find that rhythm and make it easier to drive the ball and put points on the board.
There's a strike complete, and he's taken down at the 30-yard line. Sexton picks him up 6 yards with a catch. The Wildcats taking their first time out of the half. From their own 30-yard line, it's 2nd down. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
Call it a gain of 5 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Man left, man left. 3 down, 3 down. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's right. 5.
Throws it in a hurry. He's tackled right around the 46-yard line.
Number 52 makes the tackle at the 46-yard line. First down.
From their own 46-yard line. First down.
Choose the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Ready, hot.
Here's the throw, and I don't think he got anything on that.
Gain of 3 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
The Wildcats call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
My 52. Roger, Roger. Come on, 16. I'm coming, 16. You
With a quick throw.
Walker makes the grab. That's a gain of 29 on the play. First down.
Check. Easy, easy, easy. Fox 2, Fox 2. Ready. Red 68.
He's going left. Looks to a receiver. Touchdown. He splits the uprights with the extra point. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. He might not be able to get the pass off. Gets it quickly to the tight end, but it's dropped.
Number 46 was the intended receiver on the play.
From their own 25-yard line. Second down.
3 down. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Quick shot to the open receiver, and he can't hang on to the ball.
Number 83, the intended receiver on the play. That brings up 3rd and 10.
Four down. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Let's go. Green 19.
Gives it off, and they make the stop around the 24-yard line. Loss of 1 there for the halfback. Kansas State will take their final timeout. West back deep to return. Oh, man, did he take a hit.
Return for a gain of 10 yards.
Brad, let's see if this offense can maintain the rhythm that they established on that last drive. Not just putting points on the board, but driving the length of the field to be able to eventually put points up. I think that's going to be important for them to try to keep that confidence going here on this drive.
That's a gain of 14 yards on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line. Kansas State is up by 4. He throws right. That close to being intercepted.
Well, the offense catches a break here. That ball should have been intercepted there by the safety, so the quarterback gets the ball back here for this next down.
Quick pass, intercepted. And down he goes at the 31-yard line. From the 31-yard line, it's first down.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
And he might want it all here, and does.
You don't want to ever give your opponent a second chance, but that's exactly what they did by not making that interception.
The Hurricanes saw one of their key guys go down earlier, but it looks like he might be able to get back in the action. Looks like someone got a head start on the line.
False start, offense.
You got to be careful to avoid these. Penalties are a great way to stall out a drive.
The penalty makes it 2nd and 15.
4 down. Mike
He's under some heat. Caught, and he's hit immediately. So it's complete, but they didn't get much there.
And that's because the defense was just waiting on it, and they attacked. The quarterback should have found somebody else downfield.
The kick is up, and he nails the long field goal. It's halftime here, and we really saw some offensive fireworks in that first half. The Wildcats lead 21-20.
Hi, everybody. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Bruce David Pollock here in the studio as always to lend a little perspective to what just went down in the first 30 minutes. We've been looking forward to this game all week, and it has lived up to billing. A close game. You feel like that it's going to be a great second half, and boy, we've got the perfect guys in the booth. What a reward today for Nessler and Herbstreit to get this game.
Well, you know, it's not a secret, Reese. They get the best game every week that we think's on the schedule, right? So they got this great. It's great. It's close. It's going back and forth. I mean, what a treat to watch one of the best games of the year just unfolding in front of us. And more importantly, to hear the silky smooth sounds of Kirk Herbstreit and Brad Nessler. Does it get any better?
Just about time to start the second half. What do you think Herbstreit's first point of analysis will be?
I don't know, something to do with quarterback play, I'm sure. We always got to hear that stuff all the time. It's all about the quarterbacks.
Brad and Kirk ready for the second half.
And we welcome you back to the action here, just about set for the second half.
Scott back deep to return.
It's fielded at the 2. And he just got stood up right there. This deficit can be easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on this series, the burden is going to be felt by their defense. Here's the halfback. He gets out to about the 28-yard line.
No gain on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
From their own 28-yard line. 2nd down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Here we go.
Scrambling around. Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space. Slides down to the ground.
It's always a snap decision when you decide to tuck it and run. On that play, it was definitely the right move as he got the first down after a nice game.
From their own 47-yard line. 1st down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
And he hits him hard at the 48-yard line.
Call it a gain of 1 yard. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Tight end left, tight end left. 4 down. Mike 56, Mike 56.
He's got it out to his tight end. He's knocked out of bounds around the 46-yard line.
6 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
So it's 3rd down now, and they're going to need about 4.
4 down. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Now he tries to buy some time. Tackle at about the 45. And he didn't get much on that scramble before they drilled it.
Brad, that's a great way for the quarterback to get himself injured. He needs to be a lot more careful out there.
4 down. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Here we go.
He's taken down right around the 42-yard line. From the 42-yard line. 1st down.
He made a good read here to find his teammate. That's sound decision-making.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
Roger. 4 down. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Set. Green light.
Gets it out quickly. Tackle made at the 13. First and 10. Ball on the 13. Quick strike, tight end, and that's a touchdown. Make it 3 passes for touchdowns.
What I'm noticing more and more about this guy is he's very patient with the ball, and it's resulting in some nice scores, just like we've seen today.
And the quarterback stays on the field as they try for the 2-point conversion. And it's caught for 2. Reese Davis joins us in the studio with this update. Reese?
The Badgers, coming to today's game, ranked 12th in the land. This game was tighter than spandex on a sumo wrestler. The Badgers win it by 3.
1 touchdown difference in this one, Reese, 28-21. They call it a catch, but the booth signaled down to the referee that they'd like to take another peek at this.
Man, as I see this play again, it really looks like he made the correct call on the field.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the call on the field stands. They line up to kick this one away. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 20. Tackle made at the 25. Both teams have really answered the bell here in the 3rd quarter, Kirk.
Exciting to see what these offenses have been able to do here. To be able to come out and score in your first drive tells you a lot about what they did during the half.
There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing. Quick throw picked off to the 20, the 10, and a huge touchdown play.
How about the play by the defender? That was a great interception and an even better effort to bring the ball back for a touchdown.
And he converts the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Miami's got a little Jekyll and Hyde thing going on here on their defense.
Well, they were on their heels the entire first half. You look around now, they're flying around, making a lot of plays, and really giving themselves a chance to maybe win this game.
Let's see how the defense responds now, coming off that big play just a moment ago.
This quarterback needs to be a little bit more careful because this defense is excellent on capitalizing off of mistakes.
He throws it, and that one's incomplete.
This is a very well-coached defense. They know to get their hands up in the air and to try to knock down passes.
From their own 25-yard line, it's 2nd down. Finds his back, and it's knocked loose.
Robinson, the intended receiver on the play. 3rd down.
Gets it. He's in space. That series left the offense scratching their heads a little.
Gain of 10 yards. That makes it 4th and inches.
Doesn't look like he's going to have much time to get rid of this punt. And he's taken down at the 37. Made a few guys miss on his way to a quality return. The quarterback leads the offense back out onto the field as we get set to resume play.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Ready? Move, aim. Move, aim. Motion.
Pressured and brought down.
Absolutely perfect call by the defensive coordinator. He brought just the right amount of pressure from the right direction, and it seemed to confuse the offense.
From their own 36-yard line. Second down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Ready. Wide 80. Wide 80.
He lets it fly. Makes the grab and steps out right away.
That'll move the chains for another Miami. First down.
Tight. Go down. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Set. Green 19. Green 19.
Stays in bounds to make a nice catch.
Gain of 15 yards. That makes it first and 10.
From the 28-yard line. It's first down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Here we go. Wide 80. Wide.
Fires that quickly, incomplete.
Incomplete. Number 4 was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10.
Double tight. Four down. 46 is right there. Check in.
Here we go.
Flags are all over the place, and they'll blow it dead.
80.
False start, offense.
That penalty will move them back a bit.
Yeah, and with so many young guys out there, it's
second down.
bound to happen occasionally.
So it's second down and 15 after the penalty.
Four down. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Throws it.
This just shows you that you don't need to be sacking the quarterback to disrupt the passing game.
That makes it third and 15.
Tight right. Two down. Mike 56, Mike 56.
And they got it.
Man, these guys can be aggressive. When you stand back there and take hits like that, you definitely are going to feel it the next day.
After the sack, it's now 4th and long. He'll try to change the field position and especially not get it to the end zone. Defense stiffens there and gives it back to their offense. They were forced to punt the ball away the last time they had it. They'll be looking for a little more out of their offense on this possession.
If they're going to make a comeback in this game, it's going to have to start now. This offense has to get rolling.
And they get nice yardage on that run. Robinson gets 6 yards on the carry.
Brings up second and 5.
From their own 46-yard line, it's second down.
Mike 52.
Looks left, finding his tailback. Brought down around the 48-yard line.
On the tackle at the 38-yard line. That makes it third and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first down here on third down. The Wildcats running back sidelined earlier with that injury. Right now, though, it looks like he's warming up and trying to get back in the ballgame. Just throws this one away.
Nothing clicking there. Let's see if they can make a few adjustments before their next series.
Scott, the return man. From the 15. Tackle at the 22.
Return for a gain of 7 yards.
And here we go with the offense ready to get things going again.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Just throws this one away. Second and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Quick throw out to the receiver. They'll bring him down right around the 30.
Gain of 8 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Ready! Green 95!
Finds his man. First down. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 35. And they make the stop around the 43-yard line.
Gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 2.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Doubles.
Ready!
Take 4,
Green
take 4.
Play action. And he's level at the 47. From their own 47-yard line. First down. Slings it. And he's tackled around the 36-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line. And they got to him before he could get back to the line.
No gain on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Here's the 8th play of the series. Oh, and he had some steam on that throw. And he's taken down at about the 27-yard line.
That'll make it 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that first down marker.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Green 88! Green 88!
And down he goes, right around the 14-yard line. This is the 10th play of this drive.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Green 95!
He scrambled. Decides to slide. So the scramble goes for 9 yards. Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1.
Let's go! Green 90!
Throws to the receiver. Incomplete.
Number 4 was the intended receiver on the play. 3rd down.
We're at the 12th play of the drive. And they'll bring in the goal line set for this one. Touchdown, Miami!
Things can get pretty fierce in this territory, but they look totally in control there.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. It was a 12-play, 79-yard drive, and they put up 7 points.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels most of the drive because of the versatility of the offense.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. The Wildcats have just gone ice cold on offense. They can't seem to get anything going here.
Right now, they just have to forget the score, forget the clock, just go out there and try to get a first down, try to hope to build a little bit more confidence and continuity on this offense.
He's tackled at the 28-yard line. Waters gets around 3 on that option keeper. That's 3 down and 1 to go. The Hurricanes with a 3-touchdown advantage. Into the 4th quarter now, and we're back to the action.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Fires it out. Tackle at the 36-yard line.
Crawford brings him down at the 36-yard line. First down.
From their own 36-yard line. First down.
4 down. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Ready. Wide 50. Wide 50.
3 on 3.
Gets to about the 37-yard line.
Gain of 1 yard. That brings us second and 9.
Hey, we got tight right. 4 down. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Red 18. Red 18.
Watch the flag.
Stays in bounds and made a nice catch. That one goes for good yardage and a first down.
Yeah, that's just a nice gain on second down.
So the coach challenges the call, and they're going to try to determine if the receiver made the catch in bounds.
Mike 52.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 50.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Well, I know the receiver isn't too happy, but they got it right after the review. No catch.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Where's 52?
Quick toss.
Incomplete pass. For the intended receiver on the play.
Looks like they're going to go for it on fourth down. Throws it deep. He almost had it, but it's incomplete. And they're going to have to give the ball back after going for it on fourth and long.
Not much you can do there. You got to go for it and give yourselves a chance.
Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step it up and make a stop.
390.
Gets out to around the 28.
That's a gain of 9 on the play. That brings up second and 1.
It's second down now, and they're just a few feet away from that first down marker.
4 down. Mike 56.
Nice gain as he works the right side.
That's a gain of 4 on the play. That makes it first and 10.
Tight left. 2 down. Mike 56.
Ready.
Tackle made at about the 13. From the 13-yard line, it's first down.
Mike 56.
Set. Green 88. Green 88.
He's taken down at about the 11.
Call it a gain of 2 yards. That'll make it second and 7.
Larry. Lead it out. Mike 56. Defense wins.
Ready.
The lineman got a little ahead of the snap count. Here's the call.
False start, offense.
It's so tough to move the ball forward. Even a 5-yard setback can do damage to a drive.
Second down, about 12 yards to go. Ball on the 16-yard line.
Mike 56.
Ready.
Throws, and he's right there to knock it away.
This guy is mostly used to stop the run, but here he showed that he's not too bad against the pass either.
Third and 12.
Tight right. 4 down. Hey, watch the left. Mike 56.
He's going left. To the end zone, touchdown. And for Williams, he makes it 4 scoring tosses.
All the hard work he puts in is finally paying off. It's been rewarded here today with some pretty good throws, leading to some remarkable touchdowns.
And he adds the extra point. A 6-play, 43-yard drive, and they get it in for 7. They line up to kick this one away. The Hurricanes defense came to play, and man, they have played beautiful.
How many do they have dressed out there? 12 or 13 defenders? I mean, they're flying all over the field, and this poor offense just can't move the ball. They have no chance.
The deficit is huge, but as a player, you never want to slow down your effort. Believe me, coaches notice the ones who aren't trying that hard. Takes it up the middle for a nice run. Robinson gains 7 yards on that play.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
It's a fumble. It's picked up. He's in. Another touchdown.
Great play here by the defender. You know, it's trickier than it looks to scoop up a loose ball and then get your motor started. But he's able to do it and made that play look smooth for the touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He really got a hold of that kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. This offense has got to try to pull it all together now after the fumble cost them 6 points just moments ago.
I know as a quarterback, it's always hard to watch the defense score a touchdown on you. But it was always a reminder to take extra care of the football.
Sets up a screen. Tailback's got it. He's pushed out of bounds at the 27.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
From their own 27-yard line. 2nd down.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm coming.
Quick strike to the receiver. He has some room. He gets hit out of bounds at the 44.
Gain of 17 on the play. 1st down.
First and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Let's go!
Brought down right around the 32-yard line.
Makes the tackle at the 32-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10.
Got a man, but he's tackled back behind the line of scrimmage. 3-yard loss there.
They really just didn't have any room to work on that play. The defense just suffocated them there.
From the 35-yard line. 2nd down. Screen pass. He's got his halfback. Knocked out of bounds around the 33-yard line.
That makes it 3rd and 11.
He tried to force it to a man that wasn't open, and boy, was he lucky it wasn't picked off.
He's got to be more careful when throwing the football into the end zone.
Looks like they've decided to go for it here.
When the 1st down marker is that far away, someone's got to step up and make a play on 4th down. It just didn't happen for him here.
Both teams are playing out the stretch here. You want to get experience for guys who normally don't get in the game and try to avoid injuries. Miami comes to the line holding that commanding lead. Nice run to the left there.
Gain of 4 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
It's 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Ball on the 37-yard line.
Take 4, take 4.
Here we go. 180. High. 80.
Brought down after a nice run up the middle.
Good for a gain of 6 yards. That'll move the chains for another Miami. First down.
Fires out to his wideout. They'll bring him down at the 41-yard line.
16 yards. First down.
From the 41-yard line. First down.
Green 19.
He steps out at the 38-yard line.
Gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Tight end right. 4 down. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
Motion.
Hot.
Makes the grab past the marker. And they make the stop at the 26-yard line.
12 yards. That's good enough for another.
From the 26-yard line. First down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Set. Green 95. Hot.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Just under 3 to go in regulation.
Here we go. Green 19. Hot. Green 19. Hot.
Looks like he flinched down there on the line.
False start, offense.
Little stumbles like these can kill your offensive progress.
Still 2nd down.
From the 25-yard line. It's 2nd down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Red 18.
He gets out to about the 22-yard line. 3-yard gain by the running back.
He was playing the run all the way and was able to stop him quickly. Good job by that senior safety.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Here we go. Red 18. Check. Box 2. Box 2.
Fires right side. Got his tailback. They'll wrestle him down in the backfield.
That's a loss of 5 yards. 4th down.
Fourth down. They're going to try a long field goal here. They're already up big, and this could make the lead bigger. Kicks up, and he just drilled it from long range. Let's get the latest now from Reese Davis.
The Hokies come into this one ranked 13th, and for Virginia Tech, they hope to continue their undefeated season. Cameron Sarm is working its magic. He's thrown a touchdown pass in this one.
Reese, we're not going to have an exciting finish here, I can tell you that. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He sends this one deep. He's to the 20. They'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
27 yards.
We're late in the fourth quarter. This game has been a blowout for quite some time, and Kirk and I are just looking to make our flights.
Under a minute left in the game.
Caught, open field, and he's taken down at the 33.
Call it a gain of 6 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go.
This quarterback is tough as nails, Fred. He's going to sit in that pocket and give himself a chance. The only problem is, at some point, you've got to have a feel, almost that sixth sense on when to get out of there and avoid the pressure, or just to throw the ball before you get hit.
Well, a nice stop there late in the fourth quarter, but this game, quite frankly, has been over for a long time, and I'm ready for it to end.
They're going to come up short here on this third down. The defensive line did a great job of getting some penetration, and the overall defensive effort was big there to set up this fourth down.
They get this one off, and it's a beauty. Fielded at the 19. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Miami staff just dancing on the sideline. Their star player came through for him, and they couldn't be happier.
Well, the staff has to feel good. The entire team should feel good. And I know you and I just having a chance to sit back and watch this young man play. Just an outstanding performance and something that this entire team will be able to build on.
That's it for this presentation of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler saying thanks, and we'll see you soon.